Alright, hello folks. Welcome to Yak Math Videos for your Algebra 1 Chapter 2 test review video. Test is Tuesday the 17th. Here are your answers for all of the review. Number 1, 5 times the number squared is 3 times the difference of W and 7. Anytime you see like twice the sum of, 3 times the difference of, make sure to put that in parentheses right there. Alright, making his debut here, Yogi, saying hi. I think he's going to sit right there probably the whole time. 10 plus the quotient of a number and 6 is 23. That's how you say it right there. 6 times the sum of y and 3 is x squared. You got to add y and 3, then multiply it by 6, and you get x squared. The sum of twice x, so 2x and 4y, so 2x plus 4y, is equal to w minus 8. Lastly, 25 minus x is y to the third power. All right. Moving on here. Next one, translate each into a sentence. So you got a number x plus 17 is 22. Right here, you got 3 times a number x minus 1 is 27. And lastly, here you got x divided by 3, or the quotient of x and 3 plus 4 is 13. Guys, on the next one, simply subtract 17 from both sides to get x is 6. Add 2, then multiply both sides by 3 to get x is 21. Multiply both sides by 2, the reciprocal there. If 1/2 is 2. Currently we're dividing by 2, so just do the opposite, multiply by 2. And on 12, add 7 to both sides. As on 13, you are going to add 4 to both sides. And on 13, you're going to add 4 to both sides. Sorry, then on 14, you're going to subtract 3. Yogi approves and says hi again. Today we're brought to you by Chocolate Lab. Man's favorite dog, says Yogi. All right, number 15 here, folks. You're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which is 5 over 4. Guys, you're going to add 3/4 to both sides. 3/4 is 12 over 16. 11 plus 12 over 16 is 23 over 16. Next one here, folks. Get 2 1/4 to be 9/4. Then multiply both sides by the reciprocal, 4 over 9. Multiply both sides by 4, then add 2. On 19, you're going to subtract 3. You're going to get negative 11 is x over 3. Multiply both sides by 3 to get your answer. Here you're going to multiply both sides by negative 4, then add 17 to both sides. On 21 here, you're going to subtract 8, then divide both sides by 5. You get a decimal there. 22, you're going to add 3, then divide by 5. You get another decimal. All right. Moving on to the next page. It's got a little bit harder equations. You're going to add 4 to both sides, then multiply by the reciprocal, 5 over 2. Distribute, add 15 to both sides, then divide by 10. This next one, distribute both sides. The left side has the bigger x, subtract 2x from both sides. Add 15, divide by 8. You can call it 2.875 or 23 over 8. Distribute. Left side has the bigger x again, subtract 2x from both sides, then add 4. 21 divided by 10, 2.1. Distribute. You get 5x plus 20 plus 17, and that is a mistake right there. I don't have a pen on me, so hopefully you're listening, because that should be 37. You're going to do 96 minus 37, so your answer is actually going to be 29.5. So there's a big error right there. It should be 29.5. Whoever's the first one to tell me that tomorrow can get a bonus point. All right, you're going to distribute the 2 to the x and the 1. You get 2x plus 2. So you're going to get 3x plus 2 that you add together. Distribute. You get 20x plus 8. 20x is 56. X is 2.8. 2/3 of 15 is 10. 2/3 of 12 is 8. Add 8 to both sides. Divided by 10. There's your answer. And on 30, distributes. Notice these 6 x's cancel. It's not going to be single x. Some of us still kept x there. These 6 x's cancel. Now you have a statement. 12 is 42, and that's false. No solution is the answer on that one. Plug negative 17 in. Negative 17 minus 23 is a negative 40. The absolute value of that is a positive 40. Plug negative 13 in, plus 7, negative 6, but the absolute value of a negative 6 is a positive 6. That's how you get your answer. Same sort of thing on 33. Remember, the absolute value of a negative is a positive. So on 34, that's how you get positive 63 as your answer. And then, gosh darn it, we have another mistake here, folks. So that's what happens when, Yogi, what do you got to say about the mistake, buddy? All right, can't help out anymore in these answers. He's thrilled. All right, anyway, as you know, 6 times negative 3 is a negative 18. Negative 18 minus 5 is a negative 23, so it should be 23 plus 19, 42. Again, first one to find that mistake. Another bonus point on the table. All right, absolute value, you have two equations, because you could live 6 to the left of the tracks, 6 to the right of the tracks. That's why we say x minus 3 equals 6 and negative 6. That's how we get our two answers. All right. Yes, you can have an answer of 0. That is fine. 5x minus 1 is 19. 5x minus 1 is a negative 19. You could get decimals here. No big deal. Set it equal to 40, then negative 40 to get your two answers on 39. 40, no solution. You can have an absolute value equal a negative. Same thing here on 41. All right, you will have at least one of those on your test. This next one, 1/2 of x minus 7 is 13. You're going to double both sides. Don't take the half of 20, but double 20 to get 40. Same thing here. Do not take half of negative 6, but double it to get negative 12. 2 minus x is 6. If negative x is 4, then x is a negative 4. If negative x is negative 8, then x is a positive 8. All right, we just got some cross multiplication here. You have a few of these. X times 5 is 5x equals 8 times 324. Divide 4.8. This next one, 9x is 14. You can have your answer as 1.5 repeating or 14 over 9. You get 7 times the quantity x plus 3 is 10. All right, 7x plus 21 is 10. Get your answer. 47, 8 times the quantity x minus 5 is 10. Add 40 to both sides, 50 divided by 8. Next one right here, 7 times the quantity 3 minus x. Then it's going to equal 20. You're going to have negative 7 equals a negative 1. So the answer is not 7, it's 1 over 7. 49, same sort of distribution. Make sure to distribute fully. All right, write that all out. 10 times the quantity x plus 1. Then go from there. It's not going to be 5. It's going to be 1/5 or 0.2. Same thing on 50. You can get a lot of practice here. That was the goal. 51, 9 times the quantity 3 plus x is 5 times 10, which is 50. And that is your answer. All right, moving on. Guys, first off, you went from 43 to 35. That is a decrease. You changed 8. The original was 43. That's third strike, man. So that's a boo-boo. 8 over 43 is actually going to be about 19%. So that is not right. So again, strike 3 on my part there. You find that another bonus point. 3 bonus points available here. Again, I make these too quick, so anytime there's an error, you tell me, you will get rewarded. All right, so this is an increase, 11 over 55. You changed to 11. The original was 55. That's 20% increase. Again, don't look at that answer. 52 is wrong. It's going to be 8 over 43, which is about 18% or so. Here, you decreased. You decreased by 14. The original was 70. You get another 20%. Again, anytime you get decimal, multiplied by 100. It was an increase. You got bigger by 28. 28 over 120. 0.23 repeating multiplied by 100. You get 23.3 repeating percent. All right, 2 different ways to do this. You either save $9 from 90 to get 81, or you can do 90% of 90 to get 81. I just did it the way a lot of you are going to do it. Found the discount, then subtracted it. Found the discount, then subtracted it. And then found the discount, then subtracted it. All right, in the final 10 questions here, solve for x, add 7. Then you have 3x is equal to y plus 7. Divide both sides by 3. Here, multiply both sides by 4. You get 4y on the right. Then add 7, and then divide that by 2. Here, double both sides, subtract w. You want x all by itself, so divide by what's attached to x, 4y, divide by 4y. Add y to both sides here, then divide by 2. And here, add y, 1/2 of x is that, do the opposite of 1/2, which is, the inverse operation I mean there, which is 2. Multiply by 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times y is 2y. All right, here you have 1/2 x plus 2y is 5z. Subtract 2y from both sides. All right, double both. 10z minus 4y is your answer. Car travels 72 miles, 1.5 hours, then 162 in 2.5 hours. What's the car's average speed? Add the distances, add the total time. 234 miles in 4 hours, and that's your miles per hour. All right, last two here. 50 milliliters of a 30%, 50 times 0.30, and you're going to add 10% of you're not sure is equal to 50 plus x times 25%. Again, take a look here, and that's it's just simple. Move the 0.1x over. Got some decimals. Again, if I'm adding x to 50, my total concentration is 50 plus x. Lena has 100 milliliters of 20% chemical B. Again, we went over this in class. 100 milliliters of the 20%, you're adding an unknown of the 50% to get 100 plus whatever you added in there of 30%. 100 of the 20% plus an unknown of the 50% equals 100 plus x of the 30. Distributes. I get a pretty nice answer for x. Again, obviously, the number one is SIUC. Go Salukis. Just had a major upset over Illinois State in football this weekend. Again, 3 errors on this, so let me know, and you could win. You get some bonus points. All right, this is Yak Math Videos with your Chapter 2 test review video. Signing out.